Good morning, friends.
Morning.
नमस्ते दोस्तों।
Namaste.
मुझे आज बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि मैं आप सब लोगों के सामने बोलने जा रहा हूँ। मैं आज पूरे 18 साल बाद स्पीच देने जा रहा हूँ। इसलिए मैं पूरी कोशिश करूँगा कि आप सब लोगों को मेरी स्पीच पसंद आए। Can anybody infer what I just said? Well, I spoke in my native language called Hindi, and I said, I'm very happy today to speak in front of such a learned audience. Last I gave a speech was 18 years back in my 10th grade. That's why I'm a little anxious, but I'm going to try my best. That's what I said. Most of you did not understand that until I translated it into English, which is a common language among all of us. Difference in language is the most obvious barrier in communication between two people or groups who can't speak a common language. Even if the language is technically same, but the accent or dialects are different, that can also lead to miscommunication or ineffective communication. I still remember very clearly my first year in the United States was full of these linguistic adventures. I call them adventures because for me, to adapt to an American accent was not less than an adventure. Essentially, before coming to America, I was used to speak in or listen to an Indian accent. As soon as I landed in America, I was so surprised. I was bamboozled. I was like, it's the same English spoken with totally a different accent, tone, and dialect. And very soon my realization turned into a practical relevance when I started talking to people. My favorite sentence back then used to be, I'm sorry, can you please say again? Because talking to people, I never used to understand the whole sentence in one go. I had only two options. Either I had to ask most of the times, can you please repeat? Or I had to keep mum and pretend, oh yeah, I understood each and every fancy thing you said. Let me give you an interesting example which will give you a good sense of what I'm talking about. In a thick Indian accent, imagine someone expressing an element of surprise. He or she would say something like this. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? So, in typical American accent, when I heard people speaking same sentence, it changed like this. What are you talking about? You kidding me? To me, back then it was like, is he asking me to take a bow? What are you talking about? You see, because of the change in accent, the interpretation of same sentence literally changed for me. But somehow, because of the context and tone, I could barely understand, okay, that's what he was asking me. I remember talking to my friend who was in India and telling him all these stories about me getting trapped into these situations. He gave me a pretty good advice. He said, why don't you start watching Hollywood movies with English subtitles? And I must tell you, I thank him for that till now. My first two Hollywood movies, Troy and Forrest Gump. I remember watching Brad Pitt talking in the movie Troy, and my eyes glued to those subtitles below like this. I'm not sure how many times I watched this movie, just because I want to make sure when I watch it one last time, my attention is completely on Brad Pitt while understanding each and every single sentence he spoke. And after watching Troy multiple times, I was so confident that when I watch my next movie, I'm gonna rock it. And I happened to watch my second movie, Forrest Gump. Believe me or not, I felt depressed. Not because Jenny died in the end, but because I could barely understand what Forrest Gump was saying in his deep Mississippi accent. And I remember very clearly, I'm sure so far you have understood my Indian American accent I got in these 6 years, thanks to Troy and Forrest Gump. It not only improved my listening, but also, knowingly or unknowingly, I started catching American accent in my speech. Coming to Toastmasters gave me altogether a different sense of looking at effective communication skills. I now feel that I'm on a lifelong journey to keep improving my communication skills. I'm going to end my speech by quoting a few famous lines a wise man once said. Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Do you want a chocolate? I can eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Those must be comfortable shoes. My mom always said, you can tell a lot about a person from their shoes, where they're going, where they've been. I want a lot of shoes. I bet I think about it real hard. I can remember my first pair of shoes. Mama said they would take me anywhere. Thank you very much. My name is Sam.